What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rough Builds. So today I finally got my rod bearings in, and we're gonna go ahead and just replace them all. In the last video I was gapping rings, and I ended up finding that I spun a bearing, or the person that had this motor spun a bearing, and they're not too bad. I've seen a lot worse, and I got some new Clevitt Molle. Their part number is, oh my god, I don't know if you can see it. It's CB663P, and they're just standard. So what we're gonna be doing is gonna be taking some 400 grit sandpaper, followed by some like 8, then maybe 1,000 or something. I got a bunch there on just the journals, just clean them up. They're actually, none of it, it's not bad at all. Like I can't even feel any gouges or anything in the journals. So I'm gonna go ahead and install those, lube them up, put them into the piston. I'm also gonna take some brake clean and clean the hell out of these, and probably sand this one down. This is the one that had the spun bearing in it, so I'm gonna sand that one down with probably some 400s, 800, 1000 as well. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of the bearings, because I don't know, something about having mixed bearings in there makes me feel a little sketchy. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand that. Oh, it's wet dry, so I'm going to be spraying it with some WD-40 and doing the shoelace method just to kind of clean them up a little bit. While I'm in here, might as well make sure everything's cool, and then install the bearings, put those back, and then I'm going to get back to gapping the rest of the rings. So I'll kind of set this up and give you guys a little look at what I'm doing. Alright, so this is the sandpaper. I got a shoelace, sprayed this with some WD-40, wrapped it around, wrap the shoelace, and then basically what you do is you just grab both ends, and then one pulls one way and this way, and then this moves left and right, and you just kind of work it up and down, and then the shoelace moves like nicely across, so it's like a nice even sand. And then you just do that for a few minutes, check it, take it off, wipe it down, then put like an 800 and then like a 12 or a 468, 46, 1000, whatever you think's best. I don't really know. I'm just kind of going 48, 1000, 48, 12. I'm not sure. Just whatever, just to make it look nice. But I'll show you guys a nice little before and after. Once I'm done with this one, then I'll take off another, some caps of the other ones, and show you what they look like before the polish. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to, this is the one with the spun bearing. It looks pretty roughed up. It's not like, there's a little bit. I'm gonna sand it right now. That and the bottom of this one. I'm gonna put some brake clean in there. Or I'm gonna WD-40. I'm gonna sand it, then I'm gonna clean them with brake clean. Make sure that they're nice and dry so the bearings don't spin in there. I'll show you guys these when I'm done with them. Alright, so we just finished up the sanding on the rod and on the rod cap. I ended up doing the rod with 400 first, then 800, then 12, and they came out beautiful. I just hit them with some brake clean, and the bearings are ready to go on. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Alright, so got the new bearing, inspected it over, looks good, feels good, and then basically you just put this little dial in with the one on the left. Well, these are pretty much directional, you can only put them one way, so just make sure that it goes into that one, and we are locked in. It's as simple as that. Sound good. All right, and then what you're gonna want to do I got some just assembly lube. I dab some on, rub it in, put some on the crank journal, rub that in, and then I'm gonna do the exact same for the rod itself, and then you can install them and tighten them down, torque them to spec. All right, so here's another journal before I touch it up, hit it with any sandpaper. I mean, they're really not that bad. It's a pretty low mileage motor, but it'll clean it up, clean this little gunk right here up. I can do it with my finger. Just hit it with some sandpaper real quick, some WD-40, and then, I mean, this one came out super nice. I got those back torqued down, and then right now I'm just installing the bearings, nice and lubed up. Get this polished a little bit, then put some assembly lube on there, torque those down, and I just got these last 4, and then brand new bearings, brand new pistons that are rings that are gapped are installed, and then I can put the bottom end back together, and then we're good to go and start building the rest of the motor. Alright, so we finally finished. I gapped the rings, I did new bearings, I polished the crank, polished the rod journals, or the rod ends, the cap ends inside, whatever. Clean them with brake clean, make sure we get a good seal with the new bearings, lubed them up, threw them back in. I got the windage tray halfway installed because I still need to install a pickup tube, an oil pickup tube. So I kind of just tighten the 4 corners down just so this would stay for now, and I'll remember to go back and tighten everything because I need to put the pickup tube. So got this done finally. That was a lot of fun. So basically the next thing that I'm expecting is I want to get the rear suspension done and get the car rolling, and then after that just finish the top end. I talked to John at Little John Motorsports, and we got the motor spec'd out, got everything that we need ready to just order. So pretty much money is the factor right now of where the car is going to go. I mean, I only work a part-time job, so it's kind of hard to get parts in, being in school and stuff. So I'm looking for a full-time job. I'm willing to work a full-time job and go to school so I can finish school and then also build the car and just have money for myself, and because right now is not cutting it, but I'm doing what I can. We're gonna get the car rolling. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Later.
Peace to the birds, word to the flowers, home. Curbing them cowards like dessert I devour. Time ticking, sit around for an hour. The fine dripping like I